adventures of Ozzie and Harriet, starring the entire Nelson family. Here's Ozzie. Here's Harriet. Here's David. Here's Rick. And also starring in tonight's episode, here's Kris.
Hi, Wally. Come on in.
Oh, thanks. Oh, I didn't realize I was interrupting dinner.
Oh, you're not. I was just having a little snack. Kris isn't even home yet.
Oh, that's too bad. I just stopped in to say hello and to ask you a question.
Well, go ahead.
What are you eating there?
That's the question?
Well, it didn't start out to be.
Help yourself.
Oh, well, if you insist.
Now, what was the question you were going to ask me?
Question? Oh, yeah. I was wondering, have you ever thought of buying a horse?
A horse? No, why?
Well, I was at this birthday party for my nephew the other day, and they had rented a pony for the kids to ride. You know how it is with parties nowadays. You can't have just ice cream and cake. You have to have a pony.
I probably figured it'd be more fun for the kids.
Well, yeah, but it left me kind of high and dry. After I finished my ice cream and cake, there was nothing left for me to do.
You mean they wouldn't let you ride the pony?
Nah, they probably figured I was too tall. Anyway, they should have had a horse.
Just for you?
Well, yeah, why not? I love to ride. That's why I got to thinking it'd sure be fun to buy a horse.
Well, aren't they a little expensive?
Well, yeah, that's why I thought maybe you'd like to buy one.
Me? Are you kidding?
No, we could go in on it together. You could buy it, and I could come over and ride it. Of course, you could ride it, too.
Oh, thanks a lot. You mean you came all the way over here to ask me that? You could ask me that in school tomorrow.
And miss dinner?
Okay, you can stay for dinner, but I'm definitely not interested in buying a horse.
I ran into an awfully good deal at the Bedford stables the other day.
Forget it.
Hi.
Hi.
Here, let me take one of those.
Oh, thanks.
Boy, you sure have a lot of food here. Do you think you'll be able to eat it all?
Oh, I think we'll manage. We're expecting someone for dinner.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you.
Oh, well, thank you.
Where you been all afternoon? It's late.
I was just out buying a few things.
I keep telling you, we're practically broke.
I don't mean expensive things.
Maybe I better leave the room. Why don't you call me when dinner's ready?
Oh, that's okay. I'm sure it's not that bad. Or is it?
Well, that depends.
On what?
If I get to the bank on time tomorrow, nobody will ever know.
You mean you're overdrawn again?
No, I was just kidding. I really don't think so. I'm sure I deducted the check for the lampshade.
What lampshade?
The one I bought for the lamp I had to take back because I spent too much for the shade.
You did what?
Maybe I had better leave.
Oh, no, you don't. I might need a witness in case he hits me.
Oh, he wouldn't dare hit you. At least not till after we've had dinner. You wouldn't have dinner.
Yeah, and speaking of dinner, suppose you two get out of the kitchen so I can get something ready.
Oh, there's just one more item. While we're on the subject, what was that package that was delivered here yesterday afternoon?
What package?
Well, the one you hid in the closet before I could see what it was.
Oh, that was just some towels.
We got plenty of towels.
I know, but these are on sale.
Well, what difference does that make? Look, you don't go out and buy something we don't need just because it's on sale.
Sure I do.
Well, maybe you do, but it doesn't make any sense.
Well, I think it does. How else are you going to get bargains?
Come on.
Okay, let's go.
Let's go where?
I said, come on. I thought you were inviting me out to dinner.
Out to dinner?
Sure, you always take me out to dinner after we've had an argument.
Well, we didn't have any argument. Did we have an argument?
Oh, well, that all depends. Is there a chance I might get stuck with a check?
Don't be silly. You're our guest.
Oh, well, in that case, it might be fun for a change.
Okay, I'll give you one last chance. If you're not out of the kitchen by the time I count 3, we go out to dinner. 1.
Come on.
2.
Oh, wait a minute. I want to go out to dinner.
See, here's the way I used to do it. These are the expenses for the month. And then I also kept a separate page for general items such as groceries, laundry, meat, drugs.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of work.
Well, it is, but it's worthwhile. At least you know where your money goes.
Well, do you mind if I borrow this and show it to Kris? It might give her an idea as to how to set it up.
No, go right ahead. Help yourself.
May I interrupt this financial discussion to see if anybody's interested in some ice cream?
You talked me into it.
Harriet?
No, I want to straighten up a few things in the den.
What's this?
It's an old budget book of Mom's.
Oh, yeah, 1946. I remember this.
Did she keep one every year?
No, this was the only one. It lasted about 6 months.
6 months?
Yeah, well, actually, that's pretty good.
What happened?
Well, it seems they were having this big sale at one of the department stores in town.
I know what you mean. We're having the same problem at our house.
Well, I really don't think a budget is the answer. That's kind of like going on a diet. It's okay if you can stick with it, but they usually only last a couple of weeks. Oh, speaking of diets, how about the ice cream?
Okay, good.
I really shouldn't eat any.
It's not that Kris is careless with money. It's just that she buys a lot of little things we don't really need.
I know that's a subject that has to be approached very delicately. I mean, wives can be pretty touchy when it comes to a discussion of household finances.
I always thought husbands and wives were supposed to be able to talk things over.
Well, yeah, theoretically that's true, but unfortunately it doesn't always work out that way.
Well, what do you suggest?
I'd suggest you use a little strategy. Let her think it's her idea.
Well, how do I do that?
Why don't you pick out something ridiculous? Something that you don't need and tell her you're going to buy it.
Well, what good will that do?
Well, that'll put her on the defensive. She'll start saying things like, well, that's silly and we can't afford it. And then you reluctantly agree that you should both stop spending money on things you can't afford.
You know, that sounds just sneaky enough to work.
Believe me, it does. I've worked it on your mother several times. Or maybe she's worked it on... But anyway, I know it works.
You know, I think I've got just the thing. Wally came over the other night and started talking about buying a horse.
A horse? That's ridiculous.
A horse? That's ridiculous.
I thought you liked horses.
Well, I do.
Well, so do I. I just thought it might be fun to own one.
I don't get it. Where'd this idea come from?
Well, I don't know, from Wally, I guess. He said he'd like to have a horse, but he can't afford to buy one.
And we can?
Well, I don't know. I haven't looked into it. I'm sure we can squeeze it out of the budget someplace.
Are they terribly expensive?
No, I don't think so. I'm not talking about a thoroughbred. I just mean a horse we can ride around on.
Are you sure you're not putting me on?
Well, why should I do that?
I don't know. It just seems like such a crazy idea.
Well, what's crazy about it? Lots of people have horses.
Okay, who do you know who owns a horse?
Well, that's not the point. Besides, we don't have to pay for it all at once. We can buy it on time.
Well, it isn't just the initial cost. We'd have to board him at a stable, and somebody would have to take care of him. The feed bill alone would probably break us.
Well, they don't eat much.
Oh, no, you've never heard the old expression, eat like a horse?
It's just an expression.
Now, wait a second. You haven't already bought one.
No, of course not.
Oh, good. Well, then promise me you won't buy one until we talk the whole thing over carefully.
Okay, I promise.
It's the most ridiculous thing I ever heard of. Now, we're just going to look around and ask a few questions. We're not going to buy one.
Okay.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good morning, ma'am. What can I do for you?
Well, my wife and I were talking about horses last night, so we thought we'd take a ride up here and look around.
Oh, we've got some beautiful horses. Do you just want to take a little ride, or are you interested in buying one?
Oh, we couldn't afford to buy one.
Just as a matter of curiosity, suppose we owned a horse and kept him up here, what would the charges be?
Well, it costs you about $50 a month.
Does that include the feed?
Oh, of course, that's room and board. But if you want somebody to exercise him regularly, it's going to cost you a little bit more.
Oh, we wouldn't need that. We'd be riding him quite a bit ourselves.
If we buy one.
Well, yeah, that's what I mean.
Well, like I said, we've got some fine horses. If you are interested, I can make you a real good deal.
Do you mind if we look around?
You go right ahead. Make yourself at home.
Thanks.
Hi, you guys.
Hi.
Hi, Wally. What are you doing up here?
I just came out to buy a horse. Say, I'll give you $40 for that old nag, Mr. Simpson.
No, I don't think so, Wally, but thanks just the same.
Do you mind if I show him to my friend?
No, go right ahead.
Come on.
You buy a horse for $40?
Well, of course not, but that's all I have. He's a good-looking horse, though. Come on, I'll introduce you.
Don't get any ideas now.
Okay, you convinced me.
Well, here he is. Rick and Kris Nelson, I'd like you to meet Jonathan Plumstead.
Plumstead?
Well, I was kind of thinking of him as my own. Oh, pardon me, I want to do a little haggling here. Mr. Simpson, I'll give you $42.15.
Afraid now, Wally.
23 cents?
Sure is a beautiful horse.
Yeah, he sure is.
Hi, boy. We really couldn't afford him.
Oh, I know.
We'd have to buy a saddle and a bridle.
Oh, sure. And blankets and horseshoes. There'd be bills from the veterinarian.
I hate to think of what we'd have to pay for him, even though we probably could buy him on time. I mean, there'd be monthly payments and all.
That was a ridiculous idea.
Well, it wasn't that ridiculous. After all, there's some advantages. If we did buy him, we'd probably do a lot of riding, and that's good exercise.
Well, yeah. Come on, let's go.
Hey, you know that lampshade I bought was ridiculous. I think I'll return and get my money back.
Oh, well, fine. I mean, that's up to you.
It'll probably be enough for the down payment.
Down payment for what?
For Jonathan.
Are you kidding?
No, you said you wanted to buy a horse, and the more I think about it, I think you're right. It's a wonderful idea.
No, wait a second. Kris.
Mr. Simpson?
Kris.
What do you say, Harriet? Come on, let's go.
Be right there.
I sure hope Mom can talk her out of it.
Well, I thought you'd already bought the horse.
Well, we made a down payment, but Mr. Simpson said we could let him know definitely this afternoon.
Well, I still don't understand how it could have happened.
Neither do I. She was saying how ridiculous it was and how we couldn't afford it, and all of a sudden she was saying, let's buy it.
Well, you should have put your foot down.
Well, how could I? It was my idea. Or to be more exact, it was your idea. Besides, I can't very well say anything. She thinks she's doing me a favor by buying the horse.
Well, yeah, I could see how you kind of trapped yourself. Well, I still say it was a good idea. It just happened to backfire, that's all.
Yeah, it sure did.
Well, look, when we get out to the stables, don't say too much. Just let your mother and me carry the ball. I'm sure we can talk Kris out of it.
I hope so.
Harriet?
Okay, I'm ready.
Are you kidding?
What do you mean, am I kidding? Come on, partner, let's hit the trail.
Well, she's going to be a big help. Then there's a feed bill and a veterinarian in case the horse gets sick.
Yeah, I see what you mean. It all adds up. It's a beautiful horse, though.
Oh, yeah, he sure is.
Oh, here's your mother.
Hey, that was fun.
Isn't he a wonderful horse?
Oh, yeah. I never knew I could ride. It was just like being in a rocking chair.
I think he's the most beautiful horse I've ever seen. Oh, I'm so glad we're going to buy him.
It was good exercise, too. Maybe a little too good.
Well, I'll go get some sugar.
Hey, Mom, what are you trying to do to me?
Oh, I'm sorry, dear, but it was fun, and he's a beautiful horse.
Well, we were supposed to talk her out of buying the horse, remember?
Well, maybe we were wrong. Maybe they should buy him.
Well, how would you like to have me buy a horse?
Well, I like it better this way.
Sugar, dear?
Oh, no thanks.
Well, not for you, for the horse.
Oh. Well, here, why don't you feed him? I'm really not very interested in horses.
Why don't you take a little ride?
Oh, no thanks. I haven't been on a horse in years.
Oh, come on. I bet you're a good rider.
No, I'm really not. I'm not very good.
Well, you are so. You used to ride all the time when you were a boy. You told me so.
Well, yeah, but they were much smaller horses. See, actually, they were just ponies. It was at Coney Island. We used to go down there when we were kids. They had these ponies. Man used to lead them.
Oh, go ahead. Take a little ride.
Yeah, come on.
You might as well, Pop. How's dinner coming?
Oh, fine. It'll be ready in a minute.
Good, I'm starved.
How was school today?
Oh, pretty good. What'd you do today?
Well, I only had one class this afternoon, so I went out to the stable and rode Jonathan for a while.
Oh, good.
Sure is a wonderful horse.
Yeah, I know.
Now, if you're going to say anything about the money, don't. I've already saved $10 today.
You saved $10?
That's what I said. Now, go on in and sit down. I'll bring dinner in a minute.
You need any help?
Oh, no, that's okay.
What's this?
It's dinner.
A poached egg on toast? That's breakfast. I don't want to eat this for dinner and have it for breakfast, too.
Don't worry, you won't.
You mean who needs breakfast?
Right.
And that's how you save the $10?
Well, maybe not quite that much.
Can we afford a little salt and pepper?
Sure. Help yourself.
Thanks. I suppose I can look forward to these wholesome meals for a while.
Well, until we finish paying for the horse.
I'll make a deal with you. Heads, we do it your way. Tails, we eat meat once in a while. Hey, what are you doing?
It's for our horsey bank. See how easy it is to save money? Haven't you finished studying yet?
Yeah, but there's a little extra homework known as trying to straighten out the budget.
How are you doing?
Well, in spite of your economy campaign, not so good. We might as well face it. We can't afford a horse.
Well, as long as we've got him anyway, we might as well get some enjoyment out of him. Look, why don't we forget the budget for once and let's go riding tomorrow?
Both of us on the same horse?
Well, you could rent one.
horse rental.
Rick?
He's been like that all day.
Rick?
Oh, sorry.
Would you check this over and then put it in the Harrison file?
Yeah, okay.
What's that?
Well, it's our budget book.
Looks like a bunch of chicken scratches.
What do you expect? I wrote most of it while I was horseback riding.
You really stuck with that horse, huh?
Yeah, it sure looks like it. Hey, you know, you could really help me out if you wanted to.
By doing what?
If I give me $100 raise.
Why don't I just give you a little advice? Be cheaper.
Are you kidding? That's how I got into this mess, by listening to Pop's advice.
Okay, you got your choice. You can listen to my words of wisdom or put that chicken scratching away and get back to work.
Oh, when you put it that way, go ahead. Sit down, make yourself comfortable. Now, what's the advice?
Well, first of all, let's look at this thing realistically. Now, the horse is kind of like a new thing to Kris, like a hobby. As soon as the novelty wears off, your troubles are over.
Well, that's great. The only trouble is the budget will never last that long.
Well, meanwhile, you just don't sit back. You speed up the action a little.
Well, how do I do that?
Oh, by a process of saturation. Turn her life into a continuous horse opera. You talk about nothing but horses, morning, noon, and night. You gotta live and breathe horses. Horses, horses, horses.
Well, you've convinced me. I'm getting sick already.
Believe me, it'll work.
Well, maybe you're right. Of course, on the other hand, I could walk right in and tell her I'm sorry, but I'm the head of the house, and we just can't afford the horse, and we're going to sell it, and that's that. Well, maybe I better try it your way. It's safer. Howdy, gal. I'm home.
Well, hi. Is that you?
Yep. How do you like it?
Fine, I guess. Where'd you get it?
I bought her from one of the guys at the fraternity house. I figured as long as we have a horse, we might as well enjoy it.
Are you going to be all right?
Oh, yeah, I just need a little more practice. Hey, there's a great movie on television tonight.
Oh, you mean that Clark Gable movie? We've seen it.
No, it's a Western. Gunfight at Chickasaw Junction.
Oh.
Yeah, I saw it a couple of months ago. There's some great shots of horses in it. You can learn a lot about riding that way, you know.
Yeah, I guess you can.
Hey, why don't we eat in front of the television set tonight? And we can watch both pictures.
Both pictures?
Yeah, there's another Western comes on before it.
Okay, I'll get dinner ready. Hey!
Not bad, huh? Oh, little doggy's gonna get away from me.
What are you doing?
Wake up.
What is it? What's the matter?
Get up. It's time to get up.
Are you kidding? It's still dark.
Yeah, I know, but I have a surprise for you. We're going on a breakfast ride.
I have classes this morning.
Yeah, well, so do I, but we've got plenty of time. It's only 4:30.
Oh!
Kris? Come on, will you? I'm getting hungry.
I'll be right there. Hey, why don't you try and get a weather report? Maybe it'll rain and we won't have to go.
You ready? Come on, let's go.
I still think it's a shame to wake up that poor horse.
Are you kidding? He'll be glad to see it.
Give me a home where the buffalo roam
Not a bad
and the
idea.
deer in the antelope plain, where seldom is heard a discouraging word.
Can we drop you someplace? My car's just down the block.
Oh, no, that's okay. Thanks. Rick said he'd pick me up at 4 o'clock.
He's right on time.
Oh, no. I thought he meant in the car.
You trying to tell me something?
I sure am.
Okay, I'll change.
I'll get it. It might be somebody we know. Oh, hi, Dave.
Hi.
What's that?
Housewarming present for your new horse.
Gee, thanks, Dave. It's great, isn't it?
Yeah.
Hey, we can hang it up over the fireplace here.
Yeah? Or you could put it in the hall and hang your hat on it.
He never takes his off.
Let's see, where could we put it?
Well, why don't we wait till I can find just the right place for it?
Oh, okay. Well, I gotta go and I'll see you later.
Thanks a lot, Dave.
That's okay.
Say hello to June for us.
Okay, I will. Oh, I hope your horse has a warm blanket. It's kind of cold out tonight.
Oh, do you think you'll need an extra blanket?
Well, that's up to you.
I'll see you later.
Good night.
Gee, I'd hate to have him catch cold. What do you think?
Okay, I'll get my coat. Do you think he's warm enough now?
Yeah, he seems to be.
Good, then let's go home. I'm freezing.
Oh, wait a second. It's still early. Suppose it should get real cold later on. Somebody should be here to turn up the heat on the blanket.
Boy, wait till my mother finds out what we've done with her wedding present.
What do you think we ought to do?
Just what you've been trying to get me to do. Sell him.
Sell Jonathan?
Don't overplay it or I may change my mind.
You really want to sell him?
No, but it's the only thing we can do.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Night, boy.
Here you are. And here's money. $42.23.
Thank you.
And don't worry about the balance. I'll pay it off $5 a month, even if it takes forever.
That rate it probably will.
Well, old boy, looks like you're all mine. Give me a hand here, will you, Rick?
Well, this should be quite an experience.
Oh, don't worry about me.
No, I'm talking about the horse.
Well, here I go. 1 if by land, 2 if by sea.
Well, that probably wasn't the smartest deal we ever made, but at least we won't have all those expenses anymore.
I know. I sure do hate to see him go.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Oh, Rick.
Oh, hi, Mr. Simpson.
Hi.
Any chance you're still interested in selling your horse?
Oh, we just sold him. Oh, why? What'd you have in mind?
Well, I thought I'd like to buy him back again. Awful lot of people seem to like to ride him. Tell you what I'll do. I'll make you a proposition. I'll give you what you paid for him. You and Kris can come out here any time you want to and ride him free of charge.
Oh, gee, I wish you'd said that 5 minutes ago.
Yeah, we just sold him the wallet just before you came up.
Whoa, fella. Take it easy. Take it easy.
Don't go away. I have a feeling you got a deal.
Don't just stand there. Throw me a life raft. Call the Coast Guard.